Alright, we're continuing our Warrior Marathon. This one is from sparkyflary, perhaps one of the better Warrior players, one of the better players in the world. I believe he got, was it third in the Good Format World Championship with a not so chaos Warrior deck. I believe there were no Chaos Sorcerer at all, along with a plethora of Mystic Swordsman level 2 instead, which was a very good meta call. This is a replay where we play against LaBounty. Jonathan LaBounty, I believe, is his name, who, from what I understand, is a strong player from back in the day, and who also has put up results recently online in the Go format community. So we're on the play, and our hand is okay. I think we set the dust shoot, set the torrential, and we flip the dust shoot. And then we torrential the breaker, and if there is no breaker, then it's likely that we're going to set something, and we can rota for an appropriate answer. You could make the case for setting the Judgment and the Torrential Tribute to protect our monster that we're planning to use to answer their set monster with, but that runs into Heavy Storm, and then we would have to Judgment the Heavy Storm, so I'm not sure that's actually better. And if we see that despite our Dust Shoot, they have a set monster that they can protect with back row, we could always rota for Exile Force. Or hey, maybe even just let it happen. So I think I wouldn't set the Judgment. They agree. We flip the Dust Shoot. So their hand is quite good. Seems to be a case Warrior Mirror. I have seen people take Blade Knight in non-warrior decks, but it's not common. So right now our assumption is that this is the mirror. So do we take away Kaiko or Blade Knight? I don't know. Blade Knight maybe? Blade Knight is a light. They agree. So we're going to get smacked by a Kaiko here, I assume. Maybe they are going to go for the graceful. Yeah, we lead with the duo, which makes sense, because at this point we have the least amount of information, because we don't know whether or not the graceful will be used. And if it's used, we don't know what's going to be discarded. So I think Snatch looks pretty good. But Root and Judgment are like two of the best cards in our deck. I think I would let go of Judgment. Decides to let go of Rhoda, that's fine. Goes for the Graceful. Gets rid of Dust Shoot, sure. And the Torrential, okay. So we have Kaiko, Sakaret's Armor. And one more card that I already have forgotten. Ring, maybe? I don't remember. This is why I'm always taking notes. So we didn't Torrential because we want to snatch it. So now we snatch. Didn't shuffle your hand. Which does reveal that Snatch was not the top deck. Which does imply that our set card could be something that can answer a Kaiku, and we chose not to use it. Whereas if Snatch wasn't the top deck, that is likely not the case, but it's so minor, so whatever. Attack. Are we going to Sakaritsu this? Depends on what options we have. We could. it's not that much pressure. So we set the judgment and pass, I think, because we don't want to expose the Didowurlity to Mirror Force. There's no Torrential, we know that. But if we summon the Didowurlity, eventually we're going to have to expose it to Mirror Force. Maybe that's not an issue, because we can't switch it, because then it gets picked off by a Ninja Grandmaster Sasuke. Also with the Torrential, so I think we just pass. Sets the Didowurlity, but now it can get Nobleman, right? I'm not sure I like this. Of course, LaBounty likely would have discarded a Nobleman with the Graceful, rather than the Torrential, but still. So now I have the Judgment, so if there is a Mirror Force, worst case scenario, we can flip it. So I think we attack with both, because 800 a turn just isn't enough of a clock. We agree. So likely we're going to Sacret's Armor the Dida War Lady. Yep, that's fine. And we will set the Mirror Force. So we're on a Gearfried version. Cool. Always exciting to see. Yeah, summon it, attack with both. Attacks only with the Kaiku. I wonder if this is a concession to the known Ring of Destruction set that I believe is there. I'm going to be so embarrassed if I remember that wrong. So maybe they think that the Gearfried is valuable enough to save, while that is not the case for the Deed War Lily, which is very replaceable. Because of his Gearfried decks, it's so bad when you start drawing Smoke Grenade and you don't have a Gearfried. That's another Sacred Summer. I think that's a bit weird, because it's only 800 points. With that said, maybe we have a Donslug. Do we want to respect the Donslug? I don't think so, we have the Torrential. I would just summon Gearfried and attack here. Sparky disagrees. So now that we have the Compulse, I think we should summon it at least. And also we drew a second Gearfried. So, didn't shuffle. Maybe this is a mind game. But I mean, uh, I like playing solid. Just shuffle, man. So yeah, there's the ring. Besides, use the Compulse. That's fair. I'm not sure. Yeah, I guess that's good. And it was still LaBounty just can't draw a monster. So there's the Blast with Chain. So yeah, I would just summon a Gearfried and attack. Didn't shuffle. Okay. I guess in this case it actually didn't matter. But no, you should have shuffled. No, it mattered. So Excel Force. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so we have a Gearfried protected by Judgment. So I think we go for it. Gearfried Smoke. Respond. So I think this is how it works. We play Smoke Grenade. Let's chain like one. They respond with Dust Tornado. And after this chain with Smoke Grenade resolves, this starts a new chain. But I'm not completely sure. Uh, I guess we're just going to accept that trade. And now we're just going to attack. Decides to use the Blast with Chain. I guess we're going to go after the middle set, but we're quite likely to hit a blank, just a bait. So I would probably rather save this, but maybe I'm missing something. Okay, attack. I wonder why LaBounty chose to do that. I guess to protect this set. Oh, shouldn't have looked at that. I was going to say, well, that maybe it's a judgment that I really want to protect. So, yeah, turns out it was. Um, yeah, we want to mirror force that. We're going to judgment, we're going to judgment back, and that's likely to be game. Yeah, there we go. Cool. Well played. Um, Summon Kaiko and attack. It's not going to work, but that's like the line. Place our Morphing Jar. That's class. Why did we just Tornado before? I don't know. Okay, so why are we not setting the book? Are we scared of Heavy Storm? But I'm scared of Delinquent too. But I guess we know that we don't have it, so we would have to top deck it, so we play around Storm. Sure, it could be like Jar of Greed Heavy Storm set. That's not impossible. But you don't set Storm alongside Dust Tornado, I don't think. Okay, not going to Dwell. Um, yeah, we want to widespread that. Also, holding on to a card is good, because when we have discard fodder for Tribe, we might deem the book the weakest. So I think this is perfect. Hmm, we could take this hit and then use the Tribe, because all of our spell trap removal are going to remove the threats. Whereas this is a reactive threat that almost needs something to be in play in order to be good. And if there's a Donsalug hitting us, then we can't let that through, but this one we can let through. But I think that's quite marginal. Yeah, I think we just chain wide. Wait for a better discard fodder for Tribe. Okay, lead with the greed. Didn't shuffle, but doesn't matter. It's a fodder greed, come on. However, this did enable Trap Dust Shoot. But I guess we have the read that LaBounty is going to set out Dust Shoot. We expect them to play well, and we believe that Dust Shoot is not good against Warriors, so we're not going to play around it. I mean, that's fair. Goes to Donsalug. Yeah, I agree with this. Looks good. So we attack. Gets a Retsued. You could attempt to save it. I would just let it go. Sets the book. Yeah, sure, why not? So now I have two cards that are reactive, requiring a monster on the field. So let's say we were to just spam Donsalugs for the rest of the game. No, that's not going to happen. But then this would be awkward. But that's not an issue. So we don't care about Kaiko too much, right? Because we're not playing Chaos. So that's nice. So now we can drop either the Tribe or the Smashing Ground. Could also lead with Charity. I think I would lead with Charity. Didn't shuffle. Judgment. That was very aggressive from LaBounty. Maybe they think that we're just clogged on Gearfried synergistic cards like Smoke, Grenade, and Blast Chain. So I think we play the smashing ground here and hold on to the tribe. Maybe even play smashing ground and summon tribe and just attack. I think I like that. Maybe not. Not sure. So how is this better? I mean, I don't think it matters much whether you smash and then summon the tribe or summon the tribe and use it. I guess this is better against torrential. Sure. You could even summon tribe and then just activate the smashing ground. Uh, I don't know which is better. Storm. Wow. So do we flip the book? The ring, I mean, I think not. It's only good if they have a monster that's bigger than the tribe, which is most of their monsters, but yeah. If we don't have a monster, then this tribe is so valuable on the field. So I think we don't flip the ring. We disagree. Okay. Sparkyflare made the play that had the better outcome. Maybe they had some read that the heavy storm would be flipped if there wasn't a monster or something like that. I don't know. Mobius, awful draw here. I'm a bit torn on Mobius against Warriors overall because when you're behind, it's so bad. But it's pretty good when it's summoned. So set ring pass. So it's book and tornado. Okay, I would have set ring. I guess we take this and then we try to run it over with Blade Knight. Yeah, this is likely going to work out quite well. So we hit one. Yep. Sets the ring. I don't see why it matters. Could make a case that it tries to bait out. No, I don't see it. So set free, summon the Blade Knight. Maybe set to hold on to the Smashing Ground to play around Heavystorm. Yeah, that's probably better. You could fire off the Typhoon here, but I wouldn't. We disagree and rip it off. Yeah, and you hold on to the Smashing Ground to play around the Heavystorm. So that's not a problem. Cypher Soldier. So we have to ring that. Now we have two books left. I would just attack. I mean, it's awkward because if that's a battle trap, then we're left with no monster and a Mobius in hand. So maybe we should just summon the Mobius while we have the chance to maybe plus off of it. That could be correct. We go for the attack. I guess that's nice because we have the book to protect it. So we probably are going to have Tribute Father later on as well. Let's set the Smashing Ground there to push an extra 400. We now have the read that LaBounty doesn't have the Heavy Storm, as we didn't play it. They play Blade Knight of their own. We might just pass here to play around Battle Traps. Oh, they went for the Snatch. That's a bit awkward, because to protect ourselves from the Snatch we have to use both books. But I think we're priced in. I think we have to go for that. We hit the smashing ground. We wanted to hit the book or the battle trap, so that's a bit lucky. There we go. So once again, we have the option of going for the Mobius. At this point, I think we have the read that the set card is not a battle trap, because likely they would have used it on a Blade Knight last turn if it was, but that's not certain. I decided to go for it, and it is a battle trap. Man, sparkyflary is right every time. Fun to see. I would love to hear if we're I would love to hear from you, sparkyflare, whether these were telegraphed reads from your point of view, or if you just felt that it could be a battle trap, so might as well. Alright, so we go for Chaos Sorcerer. I think we have to Judgment this. Waits for the materials to be banished. Not that there were any options. Attack. And chain. What is it called? Widespread Rune is a great rider. Oh, I would assume we don't have Mystic Swordsman level 2, but I would assume we have Exile Force. Did War Lady? Okay. So apparently we set it out Exile Force, which I think is fair because you can't really summon Exile Force proactively, but you can do that with Did War Lady. So okay. And this is going to be game. So excellent game from Sparkyflare, really showing off their expertise against a very strong opponent. Fun to see. Thanks for the game. And that will be it for today's Warrior Marathon. Catch you next time.